Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore, welcome back to yet another exciting Mattel Jurassic World Rebirth figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at this Zora Bennett and Velociraptor human and dinosaur 2-pack. Obviously you get one human character and one dinosaur, and some accessories. The box art is pretty much the same. If you've seen my other videos or just seen the Jurassic World Rebirth figures in general, this box art is very familiar. It's got red, black, dark gray, and white, very reminiscent of the colors on the original Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler from the first Jurassic movie. You also see this nice landscape shot of the forests and mountains around Isle St. Hubert at a sunset. You can see the image of the Spinosaurus there and the Mattel logo. You can see the two figures and some accessories. Side of the box, nothing really going on. Other side of the box, Jurassic World Rebirth, and then whatever this is. And then the back, you have some glamour shots of the figures, Zora Bennett and the Velociraptor. She comes with a gun and a knapsack. There's an advertisement for the other set, Dr. Henry Loomis and Pteranodon. This is a smaller Pteranodon, so I would assume it's a juvenile. And then you have, obviously, a commercial for the Jurassic Facts app. And then right there you can see how the backpack works. It actually opens up, so maybe you can put some accessories in it. I guess we'll have to find out. But that pretty much wraps up the packaging on this Zora Bennett and Velociraptor 2-pack. So, without further ado, I'm going to take a few minutes to get these two unboxed. Don't go away, there's more figure review to be had. Taking a quick look at her accessories, starting with the backpack. It's a pretty basic backpack, nothing crazy, no paint. It's just cast in this militaristic brown beige color, but it's nicely detailed with like the different pouches, pockets, straps, Velcro, all that stuff. It does not want to focus on this, but you can see it's nicely detailed despite it only being cast in one plastic. Of course, it does open, not very wide, but you can see right there, it does open, and when you want it to close, that little nub there that you can see on the inside just slots into that joint, and now it's shut. Of course, to put it on figures, these parts come up, and of course that will fit onto a figure. And once that is all put together, you can just slot these right here back into the those little slots. And that is pretty much everything when it comes to the backpack. Next up, we have this Dino DNA extraction gun. We've actually seen this gun before in the Spinosaurus Danger set, and actually this is a more simplified version. There's no paint on the handle, it is not compartmental, and it is simply just cast in this dark gray plastic, but it does have some nice details on it, but that is pretty much all there is to this gun. Alright, here is Scarlett Johansson, aka Zora Bennett, and she looks really cool. I like this figure. And I think she looks slightly better than the version of Scarlett Johansson, or Zora Bennett as she's called in the film, that we previously got. For comparison, here is the Velociraptor and Zora 2-pack, Zora Bennett, next to the Zora that came in the Spinosaurus Danger set. And you can see they are slightly different. In fact, I'd say the new one from the Velociraptor and Zora 2-pack looks significantly better, like I said before. Of course, we see Zora wear two outfits in the film, and this is her second outfit. You can see she's got some militaristic green pants, which are nicely detailed. She's got some combat boots. She's got a dark gray shirt. She's got this padded militaristic vest. She's, of course, wearing the backpack. She's got like a watch there, which is nicely painted. And I gotta say, it looks significantly better than the previous version of the figure that we got prior. She's, of course, wielding the Dino DNA gun, and I really like this one. The only thing I do have to say is they took away the waist swivel that the other version of this figure had. So I'm going to move into articulation, and to make things easier for myself, I'm going to get rid of her gun for the time being. So, for articulation, her head can move just up very slightly, move down very slightly. Of course, she can do the Exorcist. Her arms can do that, assert her dominance. The arms can also rotate. Her elbows can move up that far. And interestingly enough, it seems her elbows are double jointed, so I can move this up and then move that back. And that looks pretty disturbing. So say Scarlett Johansson gets attacked by a dinosaur. Maybe she gets her elbow dislocated or her arm broken. You can definitely do that with this. So that's interesting, I guess. Her leg, I bumped the camera. Her leg can move up that far. Bend like that. Of course, swivel at the knee. And that goes for both sides. So, pretty solid Zora Bennett figure. I like this one. I actually like this one a little more than the previous one. But that is Zora Bennett. Alright, here is the Velociraptor, and I think this is probably the coolest Velociraptor in the Jurassic World Mattel toy line. It is definitely reminiscent of that Jurassic Park 3 male Velociraptor design. But modernized, of course. I love that little splatter of color on the face with like the blue, beige, and brown. You got the dark brown stripes, the quills, more dark brown striping going down the back and into the upper part of the tail before ultimately just disappearing. But it's still really cool. It's got this gross kind of honey mustard yellow on the bottom, disappearing into the chest. And for those of you that want it, there is the DNA code. Come on, focus. There is the DNA code for the Jurassic World Rebirth Velociraptor, for those of you who want it in the Jurassic Facts app. But really cool design. You can even see, like, if I turn it around, you can even see on this side there are some, like, scales. Like, some real, like, bigger scoot-like scales. And then I don't know if the camera's going to be picking this up, but it does have some really fine, smaller scales that make up most of the detail. Very reminiscent of a fish. And I really like the quills. Like, any sort of quills on any sort of a lizard look cool. Like, quills are nature's hair, but for reptiles. For articulation, of course, his mouth does open. And you can see it's a nice, dirtied red color. Top of the jaw is not painted, but there is some detail in there. Head can move up like that. And it can move down like that. Of course, it can do the sideways exorcist. Arms move up and down. Same with the legs. And of course, the tail has a simple rotation. So, pretty run-of-the-mill articulation on this one. Nothing crazy. I mean, this is not a collector grade figure, nor is it attempting to be. It's still a really nice Velociraptor figure. I like this one. But I guess we'll go into a really quick comparison. For a quick little comparison, here is the Jurassic World Rebirth Velociraptor next to the Jurassic World Dominion Velociraptor Blue. But that is the Velociraptor and Zora Bennett 2-pack. I really like this set of figures. I love the Zora Bennett figure, and despite them taking away the waist swivel, I think this is a definite improvement from the version of the character that we got prior. The Velociraptor, of course, is really, really cool, and if you happen to not be a Scarlett Johansson obsessed freak like me, I feel like getting the 2-pack just for the Raptor is definitely something you should do if you like this version of the Velociraptor. Because I think this is the only way to get this Velociraptor. I haven't seen this Velociraptor in any other capacity other than this human and dinosaur 2-pack. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about these two in the comments below. And with that, do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.